are your classrooms a pick and mix of different activities to keep the students entertained. Okay? So in 2006, the pick and mix approach to teaching and learning in the classroom would be outstanding because you'd have lots of really exciting, engaging thinking, or activities happening in the classroom. The kids would be moving around, and they would have short, sharp activities, and they would be moving. And you check progress every now and again. Okay, that is just not morally and ethically good enough. Okay, and it's not seen as outstanding learning. Okay, lots of research has gone into what outstanding learning looks like, and it is deep thinking where the students are independent, where they are mapping out their thinking, and where they are doing something with that thinking, they're applying it to something else.
With the year 10s and 11s, we're looking at set design. So to get them kind of interested in it and to give them some ideas about it right from the start, the first thing we did was they had these pictures, they had them on massive sheets of paper on their tables, and they had to compare and contrast them, focusing on what actually is on stage and not the lighting, because they get very confused by it. When you talk about set, they tend to always think about lighting and costume and don't think about just the things that are actually on the stage and what is used. So they used those and compared and contrasted different sort of aspects and elements that are on the different stages, and then we had this big discussion about how effective is it having tons and tons of stuff on stage compared to having a very minimalist stage, and then we had to go off and create their own sets for a script that they were given.
Right, so what does mode mean? What does music mean? How do we work out the approach? They flick back to their tree maps and they're putting in fractions and amounts. So this was quite tricky because I have to divide by the bottom number and multiply by the top number. So students were getting confused about which one they have to multiply and divide by. So we introduced the rule of divide by the bottom and multiply by the top, and then they put that into a flow map to show them the sequence in which they do it. So that's the question. They divide by the bottom number, so there's the response. They then multiply by the top number, so there's the response, and there's 3
What I do is stuff like a Q matrix. So I get them at the start of the topic to pick 5 questions that they want to answer by the end of that particular topic. So they can include some low level, but they have to include at least one high level question. And then what we do is I give them then some reading. So a lot of this is just self-led. So we give them some reading, we read through it together, and they have to highlight anything that they can help them answer it. They answer it in full sentences, and then if they can't answer a question, we have to share the questions we can't answer and see if somebody else can answer it. So all of the work really is done by them.
So I've given them a list of different techniques it uses, and they had to find a quotation that showed it. And over here they had to talk about its effect, either why it was persuasive or its effect on the reader. Then all they had to do to structure their answer was, this is a rhetorical question, here's an example, it's persuasive because, and then they would go answer.
So that's you guys actually taking on board all the training that you've been given and actually really going through it day 1, day 2, 10. So hopefully we're developing this common language for learning. And as you see, there's almost somebody from every department in here, almost somebody from every subject actually delivering today, which gives us a real feel that this is happening in school. So then our vision is that the students move from lesson to lesson, from classroom to classroom, teacher to teacher, and they're using this coherent approach. So the bubble map or the multi-floor map is exactly the same in science as it would be if you went into PE or you went into history or you went into maths. And it's that whole idea of thinking about the thinking process. Okay, we talk about metacognition. It's just getting students to think about why they think things. And we want teachers to talk to students about thinking. Because if we do that, we talk about those habits of mind, we are developing, again, independent lifelong learners. We're giving them a set of tools to go out and use them in order to crack difficult problems. And so we help them, we'll give them the solutions, we give them the tools to work on.